So food insecurity, it really is looking at when somebody does not have or has an economic situation that's impacting their access to consistent food, and consistent food that can help them maintain a healthy lifestyle.
So I felt like I lived like a college student, right? Because I was eating ramen like it was going out of style. So I'm sure my cholesterol was wonderful, right? So that I ate Campbell's soup like crazy because it had a long shelf life, and I could keep it without refrigeration. So anything like that was easy for me. But I mean, I couldn't afford fruit, vegetables. That was, a luxury.
Food has increased in cost tremendously, and I think in the last 3 years, 3.5, it has been pretty significant.
It can be unemployment, it can be just people living in poverty, but it's also families. I mean, the majority of the families that People's Resource Center serves are working families. And you can be working and making ends meet, and then all of a sudden you could be hit with a medical crisis, with extreme medical bills. You could be hit with unexpected car repairs, again, loss of a job. So all of those different components can contribute to food insecurity. There is about 34 million individuals in the United States that are suffering from food insecurity.
And the percentage of residents of DuPage County affected by food insecurity runs pretty close to the national average.
So if you look at our county being about 930,000 individuals, give or take, in DuPage, the numbers from 2021 and 2022 through Feeding America and the Northern Illinois Food Bank are saying we have about 85,000 individuals who are food insecure.
A College of DuPage study showed that right here at COD, there were members of the community in need. The result was an exciting new resource.
The fuel pantry started around 2017, 2018. It was a project by our honors society here, Phi Theta Kappa. They did a survey of students and found there was food insecurity on campus.
And then they suggested that they could start and hopefully maintain a pantry. So students were very proactive in asking for a closet or location where they can start securing donations and providing food for students that were on campus and sometimes didn't have enough money to buy lunch, or if they were taking classes all day, to get at least 2 meals on campus.
In January of 2020, the College of DuPage realized, yes, there is a problem, and yes, we're going to take this over and really make it part of the core of COD.
So that was kind of the starting point. Faculty became very involved, advisors to the Honor Society and others on campus. We have faculty from biology, English, and speech who have been amazing in terms of supporting.
It serves all of the COD family, students that are full-time, that are part-time, also faculty and staff.
And then as an extension, our faculty in biology and horticulture became involved, and we also built a garden. And that garden allowed for fresh produce to become part of what we provide out of the fuel pantry.
It's a resource we offer to students, just like the library, just like financial aid. They come here to make ends meet.
But this service isn't restricted to College of DuPage students, faculty, and staff alone. Anyone in need is welcome to enroll. It's fast and easy to do.
Fill out a one-page registration form. We do not ask for any financial information, just basic demographic information.
Because of the stigma associated with food insecurity, many find it difficult to ask for help.
People would see me and, I was embarrassed to share my story, so I didn't tell anyone. Yet I didn't have enough money for food.
Unfortunately, it might hinder them from getting help that they may need that may be available. For example, I know at College of DuPage there is the food pantry, which I think is wonderful. So maybe they might feel, if someone really was homeless, they might feel like they're afraid to go access the food because someone might, think something about them for doing that.
And it's here for a reason, it's here for you. Easy to sign up. Everything's confidential. Nothing gets reported to the government. It does not count as government assistance. That is very important to some populations. You will not be identified at all.
Asking for help is not something that should be a concern here.
If the services of the fuel pantry aren't right for you, there are plenty of other nearby organizations that can help with food insecurity, like the People's Resource Center, an organization providing help for those suffering from food insecurity.
People's Resource Center really provides a one-stop shop in DuPage County for residents who are in need of a variety of supports. About 80% of our clients come to us for our food pantry, so that's often the main way individuals are coming to us. We can be that access point in the community to help people have access to healthy foods, to make sure we can provide that access in a way that supports an individual's choice. So depending on their cultural, religious, or dietary needs for medical reasons, chronic disease, we want to make sure people can select the food items that are going to best meet their family's needs.
The food offered at these resources is both fresh and nutritious.
We have some really cool things. We have all our produce is grown on campus in our fuel garden. All of that people come in and get.
The quality of food that we can provide when you have a garden is of a higher quality, not relying on just canned goods and other prepackaged items.
The fuel pantry is growing and making efforts for its members to have even easier access to food around campus.
There's a couple areas that in talking to various groups, we determined it would be helpful to have snacks right there. For instance, the intercultural hub, it brings together students from different cultures. They're gonna hang out a little longer if they can grab a water bottle, have an applesauce, have a granola bar, so there's a snack station there. There are also information on the pantry, cards where they can sign up for the pantry, because in some of those areas we've identified there might be a little more food insecurity than the average college student.
Just like with so many other programs and resources, COD cares and wants to help.
This is a resource from COD, just like financial aid, just like the library. You have the food pantry.
Don't do this alone. There's resources and there's people.